covering news that matters. Fox 23 News at 5 starts right now.
Roughly 7% of people experiencing homelessness in Tulsa are veterans, according to estimates by the Department of Veterans Affairs and local nonprofits. Reports show not only is it challenging for them to ask for help, most resources available are difficult to navigate. Thanks so much for joining us here at 5. I'm Shay Rozzi. Nathan is on assignment. The VA says there are roughly 150 Tulsans who fought for our country who now live on the streets. Fox 23's Devin Lyon joins us live in studio. Devin, you talked to one veteran who's been through this and the organization that helped him out.
I think it's one of the more shocking statistics in Tulsa's homelessness crisis is the number of people who served our country and now can't find a place to stay. I spoke to one vet who overcame homelessness with the help of an organization that seeks to cut through the red tape in this process.
I'm a combat veteran. I did 2 tours in Iraq as a combat infantryman.
Joe Boyer is a U.S. Army veteran. He says he had a house, a family, and a career. Then things changed.
I went through a divorce, and that came out of left field. Had a beautiful home in South Tulsa. Lost that, and then I transitioned back home to take care of my parents because my mom was dying of cancer. And 2 months later, I lost both my parents 13 days apart.
While battling PTSD, he also suffered from an opioid addiction.
Back when I got out of the military, there was a pandemic, not a pandemic, an epidemic that no veterans in pain. So when you went to the VA, they max dosed you on every medication. I remember in 2012, I was getting oxycodone 30 milligrams 6 times a day for some back pain. And after several months taking that, I learned that you can abuse it. And that just filled the dark void that was inside me that I was battling with my head from being overseas.
After multiple days of being homeless, he went to church, and that's when he met Sean with Heroes Hope.
I went outside and wrote a letter, and I went back in and I found Sean and I handed it to him. I didn't know he was a veteran as well or anything. I was just saying, hey, I needed some help. And time I got back to my car, Sean called and immediately met me that day and put me up in a hotel that night.
We became a nonprofit with the goal of opening up immediate transitional housing options for the veteran community. And so it's just kind of grown from there. But what we do is no red tape housing and resources for veterans in crisis.
Helping navigate a challenging system that at times feels inaccessible or tied to a stigma.
Everybody's story is different, and some of them it's an injury that led to an amputation that led to mobility issues. Some of them it is post-traumatic stress that led to extreme isolation and fear of harming people that then led to addiction because we learn that drugs and alcohol can numb some of the things that come with post-traumatic stress. And so it really can be anything. We just want to stand in and help.
Now, 1 year later, Joe is in his own place, happily remarried, working, and with his best friend still by his side.
What would be your message to those people who haven't gotten off the streets yet, but serve just like you did?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Go to, the coffee bunker, go to the VA, reach out to Heroes Hope and organizations like Sean has, and, just put your pride and ego aside and say, hey, I need help. And, whatever you're battling with, it's okay. Because when you can learn to accept everything, the good and the bad, that's when life is gonna, change for you.
Now, I did sit and talk to Sean and Joe for most of this morning. I'm putting their full interviews on YouTube so you can hear their stories in full and more about Heroes Hope. I'll also include resources for vets in crisis on this story on fox23.com. Live in studio covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
An important story, Devin. Thank you. According to the VA, a veteran is twice as likely to commit suicide than non-veterans, and even more likely to do so if the veteran is homeless.